Well, here's a little update on the Phantom 4 Pro repair. And I was kind of sitting there thinking about how easy that ribbon cable was to push in. And on the old cable there, I really had to pull pretty hard to get the cable to release out of the little connector. Then I thought about the tape that was on there, and I thought, you know, that just doesn't seem right. That tape really seems like it's backwards and it wouldn't really be holding the cable on. So I took the thing back apart there, and sure enough, here's the cable right here, and here's a little black piece right here. This is actually a latch that holds that cable down firmly. So if I take my screwdriver, you can see how I just pried that up. Now the cable will move in and out very easily. Then once I get the cable in position, you can just take your finger and push that latch back down. So now I have my cable pushed in all the way, and I can just take my finger and push this latch down. And now the cable's sandwiched in there pretty tight, and it's not going to come out during flight. Then if we look at the piece of tape that was on it, this tape here, or this part of the tape here, actually holds down this latch right here to prevent it from coming up and then having the cable come loose. So now I'll put the tape back on, and that should secure that latch down. And that makes me feel a lot better. I was always thinking that that cable was way too loose, and as you're flying there's potential for it to pull out because this board here is rubber mounted, so there can be a little movement. So then I'll put the gimbal back on, and it's supposed to get up to 28 degrees today, so I should be able to hopefully get this thing out and do a test flight. I also put my registration number back on it because I replaced the shell. And I also put my phone number on mine. So where am I on the Rock 64 project? Well, I have the power supply here, and I ordered a eMMC memory chip, and when I got it in, unfortunately it's just a chip. I never ordered it in the adapter that I need to plug into the board right here. So I have a new chip on an adapter board coming. I've been doing a little reading on how to install the operating system on the chip, so when that comes in I should hopefully be able to get busy on that little project. And the Philips Hue light system has been working pretty good. It's very convenient being able to turn on one light or a group of lights using a voice command. And I do have to say, it's kind of nice when you get home from work to just sit down in a chair and turn on some kind of mellow tone lights. One strange thing that happened is when I got home from work one time, I see the power had gone out because the clock on the microwave was flashing. But all these Philips lights were on, and the colored lights had turned to white. So I thought that was kind of odd that with a power failure, when the power did come back on, that all the lights would turn themselves back on. The triplet battery backup is doing pretty good. The first day I had it plugged in, I had a real strong smell of, I guess the best way I could describe it would be new electronics. After the second day, the smell kind of started going away, and now I can't smell anything. But I kind of expected this reading the reviews online. There was a lot of people that talked about that smell. I went online to the triplet site and downloaded the software for this battery backup, and I gotta say I had no luck installing it on my Windows 10 system. I really didn't take a lot of time to play around with it, so when I get a little time freed up, I'm gonna have to go back and revisit that.